Let me just confirm once. Okay, anyone from Arbor? Guys, anyone from Arbor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Could you
sir.
please
Chaitanya.
start the recording if possible? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Recording started also.
Yes, sir, I've done.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so there are only 12 people. So should I continue or should we wait for, let's say, a couple of minutes?
नहीं सर, we can continue.
Okay,
क्योंकि
thank you.
most of the candidates new ही हैं जो नहीं बैठे थे
Okay.
कल, so we can
Okay,
continue.
okay.
Sir.
आज
Yes.
ओके 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 फाइन फाइन। तो मतलब आज फर्स्ट डे उनका फर्स्ट फिर से ठीक है
हाँ, most of the candidates का first day.
ठीक है सर रिपीट दैट नो इशू थैंक यू फॉर द एक्नॉलेजमेंट।
Yeah.
Okay, so let me introduce myself again because I thought कि कल के जो होंगे वो होंगे continue, but again, so we are all new, so it is better if I start from the beginning only. Okay, so let me just open my PPT and then I will continue with the same. Okay. Welcome everyone. I heartily congratulate every one of you, or let's say, I would say that you are very much aware that what exactly in this world is trending, isn't it? You are already knowing that there is something called data analytics, there's something called data science, there is something called AI, Gen I, all those are going on. But basically, everything is related to data now. We already have studied and we already are knowing about it. So I congratulate you and welcome you all to join over here for this particular session where we are going to talk and understand what exactly this data is in this field. And as a data analyst, what is our role or what could be an opportunity for us? What are those doors that are going to be open for us in the future, isn't it? After learning or after understanding this particular session or let's say this particular skills. So who am I? Who is giving you this particular session or who is giving you this particular information? So I am Deepak Bhatlavande. I am data scientist. I am here with Arbor Academy. Arbor Academy is specifically known for its IT training institute and placement center where they do provide different types of courses, different type of let's say skills development programs. So they also do a placement for the people who are looking for new job or career transition or transiting from one let's say role to other role. They do provide that particular services also. So here, what Arbors has brought up over here is something called data analytics integration course session or particular skill set. Now, this particular course or this particular session will be focusing on Power BI, on Excel, on SQL, and on a Python. These are the tools. These are core tools these are the core skills that are majorly asked by every industry. Okay, so this is what we are going to focus over here. Now, this is me, particularly. Deepak Bhatlavande is my name, where I'm as a data analytics, as a data scientist. I have worked on different domains, different projects, industrial projects. Where from 2013, I actually got passed out in 2013. I got actually passed out as an automobile engineer. So मेरा भी उस समय में दूर दूर तक कोई कोडिंग से कोई नाता कोई नहीं था. But after that, at on particular 2018 से आप जर्नी देखोगे तो 2018 से आप देखोगे कि I was continuously pursuing regarding data analytics, this particular skills. उसके बाद में रिसेंटली कुछ 4 साल आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो 2024 से आप अगर 4 साल 3 साल पीछे जाके देखोगे तो देन यू विल फाइंड कि हाँ अभी हम एक्चुअली अभी 2024 चल रहा है 224 Okay, so from here if you look over here for let's say 4 साल 2020 2021 के हिसाब से देखोगे, बिकॉज 25 हो चुका है ऑलरेडी. सो बेसिकली आप देखो कि उस समय में मैं डेटा साइंटिस्ट बनाऊं फॉर पास्ट 3 to 4 years only. Now I have become data scientist. Okay. तो होता क्या है, what I have observed through this transition or through this course of this particular let's say career, that आप कहीं से भी हो, आप कोई भी फील्ड से हो, इट डजंट पर्टिकुलरली मैटर कि आप कोई पर्टिकुलर सीएस या फिर कोई कंप्यूटर साइंस फील्ड से ही होने चाहिए. अगेन, does it really matter or does it really not? It's not about that concern. Even people who are from let's say computer science, they are also not having a proper job and career opportunity, where people who are from different course or different background, different domain, they are also having a good career in IT sector. So it's not about course, or let's say not about your background knowledge. At some extent it does helps you to understand, but if you are able to build up, or let's say if you are able to understand the logic behind it, yes, for sure, market is open for everyone, you can grab that opportunity. So from 2013, I again, with hardship, I worked with there, and different companies I worked, and then again I understood about something called data in the market, where data analytics has a role. After that, I switched myself to data scientist, and now as a data scientist, I'm working on different domain and different um, projects. So I'll rightly say that data analyst is the first step for data engineering, for data scientist, for AI and everything. Make sure you go through every steps which are being performed or which are being mentioned in data analytics role. That will give you hands-on experience. So we are over here giving you that opportunity to anyone who is thinking or who is planning to transit from one particular, let's say, role to uh, transit itself to an IT domain sector or where data is involved. Okay. So let us move ahead. Now, before starting, let us go through a particular quote where always we get motivated ahead up till the last point. So it's nothing over here, but today you will find it is a very small step, because why on. Okay, if you're considering as a now, it is nothing. You're just looking over this particular demo, you are attending this demo, and you're only understanding what exactly data means and what exactly data analytical role is going to be there. But if you confirm, or let's say if you ensure yourself that I'm going to be doing as much as hardship is required and as much as dedication which is required, it will be a great leap for your, I would not say mankind over here, but for your career, for your family, for your future aspects. It would be a huge leap. नाउ व्हाई वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डेटा. हम क्यों बात करें डेटा के बारे में? क्या डेटा के वालों उस मार्केट में है ही नहीं? टू बी फ्रैंकली कहूँ तो सही में नहीं है. एवरीथिंग नाउ इज बीइंग बेस्ड ऑन, अभी ही नहीं, नाउ ही नहीं कहूंगा, स्पेसिफिकली अगर मैं कहूँ तो देखो 2000, आपको मैं बताऊंगा 2000. ओके, इस ईयर से आप देखोगे तो 2000 से बहुत सारे नए नए चीजों का इन्वेंट आके और नए नए नई चीजों में आईटी सेक्टर्स में आना शुरू हो गया था. उसके ऊपर भी 2019 से आप देखोगे तो स्पेसिफिकली कोविड के बाद में बहुत लोगों को पता चल गया है कि घर में बैठ के भी भाई हम जहाँ काम कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज डेटा इज अवेलेबल. From here, market has tilted it tilted itself towards its other region. Okay, other point of में tilt हो चुका है. तो ऐसे केस में क्या है, आप मार्केट में जाके देखो, पहले जो यूपीआई, पहले जो प्रोसेस बैंकिंग में जाके ही पे करना है, बैंकिंग से ही पे करना है, आपको किसी अकाउंट में पे करना है, एवरीथिंग वाज देयर. अब क्या हो गया है, एवरीथिंग हैज ट्रांजिट इटसेल्फ टू ऑनलाइन. इंटरनेट बैंकिंग है, आप यूपीआई कर सकते हो. यूपीआई तो आप देखोगे अपना इंडिया का यूपीआई का मेथोडोलॉजी है, वो तो अभी छोटे 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 शॉपकीपर, छोटे छोटे गाड़े पे, छोटे छोटे जो व्हीकल्स के साथ जो मतलब घर घर में, गली गली कुचियों में जाके जो बेचते हैं सामानों को, उनके पास भी यूपीआई मिल जाता है. Okay, so it has transited this country into a huge, a different level. आज आप देखोगे बड़े बड़े कंट्रीज जो हमसे डेवलप है, वहां पे ऑप्शन, ये पर्टिकुलर आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है, ऑप्शन नहीं मिलेगा, बट इंडिया में मिल जाता है. ओके, सो अगेन दैट इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी विच वाज बेस्ड ऑन दिस डेटा ओनली. आप कहीं भी जाओ, बैंकिंग में जाओ, गवर्नमेंट के कोई भी हेल्थ केयर में, पॉलिटिकल या किसी भी सेक्टर में जाओ, वहां पे डेटा के बेसिस में डिसीजन होता है. हेल्थ केयर में जाओ, कैंसर है नहीं है, पेशेंट प्रॉब्लम है, डिजीज है नहीं है, ये चीजों को भी उनके जो नॉर्मल बॉडी टेस्ट होते हैं उसके ऊपर भी चेक किया जाता है विद दैट डेटा ऑल्सो. एवरीवेयर देयर इज अ डेटा ओनली. इतना ही नहीं तो डेटा अभी नहीं, आप पहले से, हमें नहीं पता था कि डेटा को कैसे यूज करना है, वी वर नॉट दैट मच अवेयर, बट इट वाज स्टिल यूज्ड इन द प्रीवियस सेंचुरीज। कहाँ? देखो आपको याद होगा, हर बार डीडी चैनल में आपको एक लास्ट में, एवरी न्यूज के लास्ट में देखो आपको बताया जाता था कि कल का मौसम कैसा होगा। दैट इज नथिंग बट फोरकास्टिंग। वहां से ही यूज होते आ रहा है, हमें तो अभी पता चल रहा है। वी आर ऑलरेडी वे बैक। ओके, हम पहले बहुत पीछे रह चुके हैं। दैट्स व्हाई वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डेटा ओवर हियर, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर गोइंग टू हैंडल, क्योंकि आज के जमाने में जो डेटा हैंडल कर सकता है, जो रॉ डेटा में से इंसाइट्स निकाल के दे सकता है, भाई he is the one who need to be praised, because every company wants to understand what exactly, because companies company are going to provide products, services for customers. If they will be, if they are able to grab that particular customer segment category, their particular reaching community, they will always be glad for that person who is going to give that information. They are always be happy for them to take them in their company. Okay, so we are going to be a person who has that knowledge. With that, what are the demands that are being, let's say, required, that are being asked in JDs? This over here is a reference that all the points which are looking over here, which you can see over here on the top over here, these are not something that I have mentioned by myself. Those are all something as taken as a reference from a particular source. From here, I have taken Indeed.com. It's a Naukri portal where many of people are placing their jobs, many are placing their resumes also there. From there, I have taken and have analyzed and seen that normally anyone who is searching or anyone who is looking for a data analyst, they are looking for those or this type of skills. What are those? Data visualization, machine learning for data science, it's not required. If you're having that knowledge, well and fine, but not compulsion. Statistics, critical thinking, Excel, Python, management is something which is above this. Data cleaning, data analyzing, just mark it like this. Attention to detail, domain knowledge, data mining, SQL. So if you look over here, from all those points which I have marked on, there are very few points which have been left. It is because it does not have a direct link with our data analysis process. Otherwise, we are actually covering around 80% of skill over here, which is required by any other company for any data analytic role. Okay. So here, how we are going to achieve that, or how we are going to get this? We are going to focus on specific tools which are required in industry, which are being in a demand in industry. Based on that, what we are going to do, we are going to build up our skills on each and every tool based on data visualization, based on statistical thinking, based on critical thinking, based on, it could be Excel format, no problem. Python में भी करेंगे. Data cleaning, data analyzing, attention to details, domain knowledge, डेटा माइनिंग, एसक्यूएल, माइस्क्यूएल हम जरूर करने वाले हैं. कम्युनिकेशन स्किल एंड दिस मैनेजमेंट itself, because when we will be talking about process means when a project is given to you, when a project is given to you, there are some particular steps, or let's say there are some process that one should follow. So this project, when you will be given, or this project when you will be allocated, we will introduce you with the management method also, and the communication skill which is required to show your project also. That will also be covered. Obviously, big data over here is not something that we can cover. So I'm just removing over here. We are not going to take this. NoSQL is also from big data, which is not concerned. Our language is very much older. It's not something absolute, but it is very much older. People who are statisticians, who want to be statistician, are looking for this, but not for data analytics. It's not compulsory. So over here, the last one, which is machine learning algorithm, which comes for data scientists, but not for data analytics. So we are leaving that also. So if you look over here, there is 80 to 90% skills that we are going to focus on to build up in you. Okay. And it's not from my side. It is from, we are taken as a reference from Career Indeed and from there. So you can have other references or other JDs which you can analyze, but you will have same information over here what I have presented. Again, now all those skills will be honed by you, will be taught by us to you, and you will be mastering over here based on Excel also, over MySQL, it's a SQL, on SQL also, on Python also, and on Power BI also. Let's say if any company asks you, there are very few chances, there are very few opportunities, because indeed there are very few companies who are actually working on Python as a language. Okay, there are very few who have implemented over here. But yes, people are looking for Excel, people are looking for MySQL, SQL, people are looking for Power BI. And because of that, we are going to focus on these three major tools, not only for Python, but other these three tools also. If any company or if anybody asks you that we are going to work with SQL, yes, you can go ahead. If you are going to Excel, yes, go ahead. If you are going to work on Power BI, you can go ahead. If you're going to work on Python, you can go ahead. So for any four of this, you'll be explained and you'll be experienced all those what are wanted for any data analytical person to know over this different tools or different particular knowledge skills which are required from Excel person, from MySQL or not SQL but SQL, from Python and from Power BI person. That will be taught to you and within a very well mannered. No worry about it. Now, what exactly we are going to learn in this particular Excel? Because if you see over Excel, not only Excel, if you look over Excel, if you look over MySQL, if you look over Python and Power BI, it is very huge. It is humongous. We cannot say that everything will be taught. No, either I'm also not confirming that there is everything which will be taught. What I'm saying is this: as a data analyst, I'm going to focus this role. I'm going to focus this data analyst role, that you should be knowing that how a data is being pre-processed. Based on that, based on this data pre-process, I will be teaching you all those particular four of the tools where we will be understanding how to collect from the source data, how to fix the different issues, problems that are in a data, how to get particular features, columns, data which is required for our objectives, for our project, then apply whatever is required, then understand the pattern, understand pattern, correlation, insights, and represent it to your client. This is how we are going to understand. So we are going to focus on data pre-processing as a part, or data pre-processing as a particular topic, which will be continuously be focused on each and every tool. This process will be passed with each and every tool. In Excel, data pre-processing. In MySQL, data pre-processing. In Python, my data pre-processing. In Power BI also power data pre-processing. So if anybody asks you, do you have any knowledge for data pre-processing in a particular tool? Yes, we have in evenly on a four tool. Okay, so that is what we are going to focus over here. Say that data pre-processing is not something, or let's say data pre-processing is not a single step. It is combination of different steps within it. So if you look over here, you might hear this type of terms: data wrangling, data cleaning, data mining.
हाय गाइस, मैं हूं प्रतीक सांगळे और आपने मुझे इंडियाज गॉट टैलेंट में देखा.
I'll request you guys, whenever you join, make sure your mic is off. If you have any query, yes, you can put on. But whenever you join, not over here, but also in class session also, make sure if you have a query, then only you should put on your mic. Otherwise, you should make sure it is off. Okay. Otherwise, it will create a confusion for others. Okay. Now, data wrangling, as I said, data pre-processing is consisting of three steps or three process within it. Okay, which is data wrangling, which is called data munging, data cleaning, and data mining. What exactly are those? When the data is been concerned, it is available in different formats. I think my message is not been clear yet. Okay. So data wrangling is a process where we transform our raw data into useful format. I'm not saying that removing of impurities like duplicates, removing of missing values. No, I'm not saying about that. I'm talking about data format. If data is available in PDF, if data is available in, let's say, XML, if data is available in, let's say, HTML, or if it is available in somewhere in web, we need to convert this format into our required format. Let's say tabular format is required. I need it in CSV. So converting that methodology from raw format into our required format is called data wrangling, data merging. From here, because from here, our tool, our process becomes easier for us to understand with every column. Raw data, or let's say the scattered data which is available in this in text format will, with help of that particular changing of format from one to another, helps us to gain that information in a tabular format to understand what is there inside. After that, then we will proceed for cleaning step, where what we are going to do, we are going to understand, we are going to identify, we are going to remove errors, we are going to find correlating things, we are going to understand the let's say process where if there is a missing value, how should we identify and how should we remove it? If there's a duplicate value, what should be done? If there are outliers, what should be done? If there is a scaling issue, what should be done? So there are n number of options or n number of problems in a data. We need to remove it. There we do in a data cleaning. After that, once we have a data which is now good enough for us to extract the information, to carry on with the information, then comes with the data mining part, where we do find patterns, correlations, insights, statistical meaning methods, mathematical computations. All those techniques have been applied, and there we further go for visualization process, where we identify the pattern, where we gain the information, and in a graphical representation, pictorial manner, we provide it to our client, to our end user, where he will be able to understand what we have gained. Okay, so that is how the whole process work out, and that everything comes under this data pre-processing only. So that is our main focus. That is our main goal to achieve. Said that, if you comply and if you complete, if you take all those steps, those information sincerely and implement in your life, you might be considered as a data analyst, you might be considered as a BI analyst. These doors will be open. Now, not only you should not only look for data analytical role or data analyst role, you should also look for BI role also. But within that BI, you can look for BI consultant, you can look for BI developer, you can look for BI manager, you can look for data visualization specialist. These are all different names which are already floating over. Okay, those are all which are available on the surface only. I haven't digged out. If you dig out, you will find more of them. So these are all the doors or opportunities which are waiting for you. If you look over here on a today itself, if you are going to search, you will find that there are more than 2 to 3,000 roles which are waiting for you. Not you, but people who are required with those particular skills. Okay. Now, which are those companies? I don't have to tell you that. You already know Tata, you already know IBM, you already know Wipro, you already know Accenture, you already know Microsoft, you already know most of the companies mentioned over here are known by you. Veritas, Cognizant, then PwC, KPMG. There are all huge names which are there. Also, if you move towards, let's say, companies who are starting on, who are at the start phase, they are also required for you for this particular skills. Now, the question would be there that for how much duration our session or our course will be there. So its duration is around 2.5 to 3 months max, where we are going to learn about Excel. We are going to learn about SQL. We are going to learn about Python. We are going to learn about Power BI. For each and every tool, consider 15 days. Max, consider 15 days. After that, you'll be allocated with the project. With that project, you'll be given three projects. For each. For each, you will have two to 3 projects. Based on that, your CV will be generated. CV will be generated. You have to clear out with complement, let's say with compliance of this project, you have to also complete mock. There are 3 mock. At first, when the first mock is being conducted, it is for understanding what exactly you have learned till now, the theoretical part. After that, second is totally based on your project. And third is basically based on, because we are going to learn these all 4 tools. So while taking this third exam, let's say third mock, there could be any question irrelevant, irrelevant of where the data is forming from or where the questions are asked from, Excel, SQL, or it can be from anyone from this 4 tool. It is not compulsion that it will be asked from Python only, from Power BI. No, it can be anywhere from this 4 tool. So third over here is the hardest part, where if you will be able to clear it out, yes, you will get a good amount of experience from in your CV for that. For example, if we have 15 candidates in our project, we'll divide it into 5, 5, 5. With 5 group of people, you'll be given one project. Now you must be thinking that if there are 5 people, that means we have to divide our role or divide our responsibility. Don't do that. These people over here, 5 people, are only for brainstorming. If there is a problem, if there is an issue in your project, you need to work with your teammate. So this is one of a habit that you should have. One of let's say this is one of a critical role that you should follow. If there are people around with you, if there are people who are working on the same project, you need to communicate them, you need to get through them, you need to work with them. So you have to be working with them. At the last, for example, let's say if you have given a week of a project, you have to complete within a week and you have to submit. If 4 of them are not working on and you are the only one working on, no problem. You work on that particular project and submit it or after the week, within a week or after a week. You don't have to rely on these 4 people. Don't rely on it. So every time 4 people, let's say any people or any group of people would be there. So there are a group of people who will be working with you, but only for brainstorming. There is no dependency on each other. At the last, you are the only one who is going to submit the project. In this way, if you're given 2 projects, you have to submit 2 projects. If you're given 3 projects, you have to give 3 project submission. With that, you have to also go through these mocks and then your CV will be generated. Until and unless you comply these 2 things, there will not be any CV which will be generated. Why is it so? This is because you are entering in this role, you are entering in this industry with, I know that someone, or let's say somehow you might also be having some knowledge over here. I'm not denying everything, but people who are not knowing this particular role, people who are not understanding this particular, the gravity of this role, should go through all this process and then they will be allocated with the CV. That is what we are focusing on. Now for this, from Monday to Friday, we will have a weekday sessions that will be conducted from 7:30 p.m. to max 9 p.m. every day, which is weekdays. Saturday, Sunday, for Saturday, Sunday, you'll be given assignments. You'll be given assignments that you will have to complete it. Is it clear, guys? Okay, any query regarding technical concerns or any query regarding a topic? That will be assured, I'll be clearing it out. Guys, any query, any concern?
No question, sir.
No.
Priya, Rishikesh, Anil, I think